Yes team, how are we? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Episode number 3 is now going down, so welcome back. Today we're going to just be doing a raw upper body session down at Levels in Cumbernauld. This is now officially the new stomping ground. I have moved from JP's gym, just looking for a change in environment, a change in atmosphere, and this is somewhere that's relatively close to my house, 25-minute drive. So yes, we've got upper today. This is like one of my first, in fact this is my first upper session back since the injury. Some good news, last week it was in terms of the shoulder. Went back to the gym last week, I done pull, push and lower, and I went back to boxing last night as well, so I'm a little bit tight today, but nonetheless we're going to go in, train upper. I'm going to take you guys with me, my mic and the camera, so sit back, relax and enjoy this juicy upper body session. Yes boys, let's get cracking. So this upper body session is the first one of the week. Today is Tuesday. I had boxing yesterday, like I said, in the car, so I'm a little bit stiff. This session is going to be more kind of chest and push focused rather than pull focused. The reason for that is on my next upper session on Friday, I've got boxing the morning after, and I do not want to be tight in terms of my pecs, my delts, etc, going into boxing, because that is essentially how I hurt my shoulder. So yes, I will run through the full entire session. Obviously you'll see every single clip here. Obviously it's a new gym for me, so I'm going to be spending time with lifts, getting used to some kit in here, finding my numbers. But anyway, let's crack on. I've got 2 sets of lateral first, higher rep sets in the laterals. To me, a lateral is going to be fantastic for warming up the shoulder joint, getting a nice pump in there, getting some blood in there before any pressing movements. So yeah, let's get cracking. First set on delts, feeling fantastic, feeling nice. For me, I love the line cuffed lateral variation of a side lateral raise. For me, the cuffs allow me to not focus on my grip, and then allows the load to be actually closer to your delt, so obviously the part you're trying to work. But the biggest thing for me is the lying down part. When you're then lying down, you're in a much more stable environment. Therefore, you can just solely focus on the delt, alright, moving delt, not try to stand up, not try to hold your balance, etc, just the delt. So yeah, line cuff laterals, set 1 done. Now on to the second set, and then we'll move on to our first press. So next we have a high incline press for the first press of the day. I've actually never used this machine, so that's another thing, a bit of advice for you who are changing machines in the gym or changing gyms in general is don't stress too much about I need to know what weight this is, alright? What I'm going to do here is set the machine up, get used to the execution, get used to the form, and then basically just kind of keep working my way up. So obviously do like multiple warm-up sets, then do some feeler sets. So you'll probably see a few of my reps here, or a few of my sets here, sorry. It's just like 1 or 2 reps where I'm kind of like, let's see if this is heavy enough for me to fail between that 6 and 10. So I train, all my bigger movements, I train like top and back off set. So top set would be a slightly heavier set, so like a 6 to 10 rep set. The back off set would then be like a 10 or 12 to 15 rep set, so slightly lower weight, slightly higher repetitions, just for different ranges of hypertrophy. So like I said there, I've got no idea what I'll do in this machine, never used it before, so I'll warm up, see what it feels, do a few sets closer to my working weight, and then just go for it. If I fall short of that 6 to 10, cool. If I go over it, cool, I'll take note of it, and I'll progress next week. So with this set, I'm going to go into this set with like the mindset of this is my top set. So basically just like get in the zone, get the tunes on, get in the headspace, and like actually get fucking after it, get quite aggressive. If this moves well, I'll put it down and I'll go up an increase in weight, and then we'll go with top set in there. So judging on how this set goes, we'll then judge in terms of if we go up or if we just do this as our top set. But I'm hoping this feels good. Sound. Let's fucking go for it. So that moved fine. That moved absolutely fine. So in my head, all I'm thinking is, could I get this for a minimum of 6? 100%. Like I said, I'm 2 off the stack, so I'm just going to go for the stack and see what we fucking get. Let's fucking go, man. More. Fuck. Got a heavy one for sure, but nonetheless, 6 reps. And that's the thing as well, it's like, it was 6 reps, but it was 6 very good reps. I felt in control, the eccentric phase was good, I was pausing in the lengthened, just so I wasn't kind of bouncing and using my joints, etc, etc. So for a starting point, my first kind of proper session back, the stack for 6 is fantastic. Next week I'll look at getting a 7, 8, 9, 10, working it up and then using the old gym pin, but yeah, it felt fucking nice. It's a very, very, very smooth machine. So I'll catch my breath, take some time, and then I'll move it into a back off set. Next up we have a machine chest supported upper back row, okay? So the biggest thing with this is what it says in the tin. It's a chest supported upper back row, right? The amount of times I see this machine getting fucking butchered and people just using their erectors and launching the weight from A to B, alright? I done an Instagram post about this yesterday actually, about like using your fucking head, alright? Don't just jump on a machine and just try and chuck the weight from A to B. For a second just think, what are you trying to achieve here? So this for me is the upper back movement, okay? So I need to think about, am I using and targeting my upper back? Is my upper back now engaged? Yes. Am I using my upper back to move the weight from A to B? Yes. Are my elbows finishing across my upper back and am I contracting my upper back? Yes, alright? So before you jump onto the machine and just chuck the weight from A to B, like I said here, it's a very, very new environment to me. I've not used this machine before. So I'll be playing a bit with the weight, trialing different weights, but like I said, I'll be making sure I'm using my upper back and then going from there. So I've done a few warm-up sets now, upper back feeling very, very nice, the machine feels relatively smooth. So yes, 84 kilo, let's see what happens. One of the best things you can learn as an athlete looking to take your physique to the next level is learn how to stay composed during a set. Because to be honest, I think anybody can train hard, but I think people end up training so hard that they lose composure. They start shouting, they start swearing, the heart rate elevates, they get out of breath, they then don't think about the set, don't think about what they're actually trying to execute in that movement. So you'll notice that I channel my aggression quite well. You can see that I'm starting to get a bit pissed off and like, let's fucking lock in here, but I still remain in the set. I still think about my breathing, I still think about my bracing, I still think about what I'm trying to move in that movement, or what I'm trying to use in that movement. So make sure to, yes, get angry in your sets, but channel it, boys. Next up we've got the Nautilus vertical press. So the press I've done previously was more of a kind of high incline press hitting my upper chest. Now it's kind of more, kind of not lower pec, but definitely kind of mid to lower pec. Me, I just feel quite comfortable here. I'm still hitting my pec, I don't get any shoulder pain. So yeah, again, new lift, never done this machine before. We'll see what we get and then we'll go from there. Let's go on. Jesus. Tip for some of you boys that want to improve your chest. Pull down the weight, alright? I know it's a shit piece of advice, but I think, nah, but I need to get stronger. The amount of people I see who butcher their chest presses is a fucking joke, right? You would have seen throughout this set, or the previous set and this set here, my chest is always proud, it's always elevated, alright? You do not want to be at the top of your press, rounding forward, because what happens there is all the tension goes to your front delts and comes off of your pecs, alright? You're essentially resting there, alright? So if you can keep your chest elevated, load the pecs on the way down, pause on the bottom, like I was saying earlier in the upper back row, use your fucking head and think, am I engaging my pecs at the bottom? Am I thinking about driving my elbows across my sternum, across your chest? Keep your chest elevated. Yes, it's going to be hard, but it's going to be way more tension. And I promise you, you'll have a way better developed chest, alright? Top set was fantastic, very, very heavy, almost passed the fuck out. Back off set, let's get after it. Oh boy. Step one, you fucker. When doing any sort of lat movement, I prefer doing it unilateral. Unilateral just means single arm or one-sided. So for me, the reason for that is if I'm trying to do it bilateral, so two hands, I find it harder to kind of engage my lat. Whilst if I'm doing it single arm, the first thing I can do is drop my shoulder down and almost kind of crunch in a little bit and engage my obliques. If you engage your obliques, you're also like engaging your upper or your lower lat, sorry, and then you can actually think about hips back, chest forward, then rolling your elbow into your hip. So yeah, single arm, top set, back off set. Let's go. So before you say anything, you're probably thinking, Ben, that didn't look like a very hard set there. You looked like you had a few more reps in you. I done my right hand first and I forgot to hit record. Classic. So I actually, bit of context on the unilateral movements. If you've got like an imbalance or a weaker side, do your weaker or smaller side first. So what I essentially done is my right is my weaker side. So I basically done my right lat first, took that to failure, which was 10. I just got 10 reps. So when doing my stronger side, you want to then just match that weight. If you then do any more, you then continue to progress that, grow that, and it's not going to fix the imbalance. So yeah, failure on your weak side, match it on your stronger side, and you'll be absolutely fine. So I've got old belly biceps now. This one's like a supported D-handle drag curl, so really, really good. Again, just like I mentioned earlier on the first movement, the lateral raise, lying down, having more support is better. I feel like a lot of people nowadays, you'll all know it, boys, we've all been there, we end up fucking chucking the weight from A to B. So with this, I'm basically just thinking, resting all my weight on the back pad, keeping my elbows behind my torso, and the only thing that's moving is my forearm, right? That's going to contract the bicep. So we'll see how this goes, 3 sets of around 8 to 12. Strategy you can use if you're trying to grow your arms. I think it's something that every single lad wants is bigger arms. No matter how hard you're training, how good your form is, try adding them at the start of your lower body session. So right now you probably do it after pull, after push, after upper. When you're tired, which is fine, that's what I do. My arms respond quite well to the volume that I'm training anyway. But what I do, a lot of my clients whose arm is like a lacking body part, is put like 2 sets or even 3 sets of biceps and 3 sets of triceps before your low body session. This is when you're nice and fresh, so you'll get a really, really, really good few sets, and it's not going to take anything away from your low body session. So yeah, try that next time and you'll probably notice some nice improvements to your arms, boys. Session complete, fantastic, really, really, really good session. Felt good, no shoulder pain, decent level of intensity, very, very happy. I didn't chat towards the end of the session, I had to shoot home, I had some client calls, but we finished on 3 sets of tricep extensions and also 3 sets of abs. But yes, that's wrapping up episode 3. If you enjoyed this style of content, let me know. But also see if there's anything that you guys are wanting to see more of, if it's like a day in the life or if it's more food stuff or whatever it is, please do let me know, alright? Drop a message in the comments or even message me on Instagram, it's Ben Prentice Fitness. Any ideas I would very, very highly appreciate. But if you enjoyed it, drop us a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next episode.